Hi, welcome back to Poor Food. I'm your host, Old Mother Hubbard. Today we've decided we'd like to have cheeseburger mac, but I don't have a box of macaroni and I don't have a pound of hamburgers. So what we're going to do is use a box of Kraft mac and cheese, 3 boxes to be exact, and not even on brand, Kroger brand. And I'm going to use some frozen hamburger patties, chop them up, put them in there. I am not using a recipe. This is all coming out of here. So if it's great, it'll be documented. If it's shit, we'll erase it and act like it never happened. Join me. Kitties. All right, so as I mentioned, I'm using frozen hamburger patties. I used about 6, and they're kind of the cheap ones, like high fat. So I've cubed them up, and what I'm going to do is, when these look like they're about halfway done, I'm going to drain that fat, put them back in the pan, add the onion, and keep the rest of the fat, because I want some fat, but I don't want all of that fat. I've also got my water here. I'm going to start boiling that for the mac. All right, my onions are looking nice and clear, so I'm going to add now my little seasonings that I threw together. I've got a teaspoon of garlic powder, half teaspoon of pepper, half teaspoon of paprika, half teaspoon of seasoning salt, and quarter teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Okay, I can smell the seasoning, so I'm ready to keep going here. I'm going to work on my cheese sauce. Oh, also, oven 350, because I've decided I would like to put some cheese on top and let it kind of get a nice little cheesy, melty thing. So, what I'm going to do, this is what I think will work. I am going to kind of go ahead with the typical box mac and cheese directions. And to this, I am going to add the cheese powder. I'm going to then add the milk, a cup of milk, and I'm going to put in 4 tablespoons of salted butter and kind of make the sauce. That's the first part of my cheese sauce. There is more to come. All right, so I put the packets in there, and now I'm going to add a cup of milk, whole milk, to that. Try to get that worked in. Might need to use a whisk. Not sure. And then one reason I didn't want all that butter is because I wanted to use some of the fat from the cheeseburger. Kind of, I don't know, help develop that flavor, you know. Anyway, in keeping with the directions on the package, I'm going to add some butter, just 4 tablespoons. Okay, and I had some Velveeta cheese left over. I'd say this is probably about a cup cubed. I'm going to go ahead and throw this in too. Turn your heat down when you're doing the cheese stuff, or else it's going to burn. It looks splendid. Tastes good too, because I had to try it. So far, so good. I put in about a heavy 1/4 cup of full-fat sour cream. I'm mixing that in right now. And I'm going to top it with a little bit of shredded cheddar, as I mentioned. And then pop it in the oven for a few minutes just to get that cheese to melt. Look at that. Don't mind if I do. Oh my gosh. This is so good. This is, have you ever had the little Michelina or Michelina meals for like 99 cents? And they have the cheeseburger mac one? That was kind of what I was going for. And mission accomplished, because this tastes just like that. So if you like those, the ultimate test. Is it Frank's friendly? Let's see. It is so good.